Hello, this is Doug Heath coming at you again from the Black Business Experience. Today we're going to talk about something a little bit different. Here in San Antonio, we are blessed to have what I want to call a jewel of the Nile, and that is the San Antonio Port Authority. It's a facility like no other, but it's a huge economic engine for the city of San Antonio. And today we have the business developer vice president, Marcel Johnson. Marcel, welcome to the Black Business Experience.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank
So
you.
tell us a little bit about the Port Authority.
So, the Port Authority, also known as Port San
San
Antonio,
Antonio,
is affectionately known as the former Kelly Air Force Base, which effectively closed in 2001. Has since been redeveloped into an industrial park. It's a 1,900-acre site that has an active airport, rail port, access to 3 major interstates, an ideal site for an industrial development. And our sole purpose in life is to create jobs, attract businesses to create jobs and economic development for our community.
So if I'm a business that moves in there, I've got access to an airport, my own. So if I have a private plane, I mean, I can land there.
Indeed, you can. We're not what's considered a commercial airport. It's called a civilian military airfield,
Okay.
jointly used. In fact, Lackland Air Force Base is the owner and controller of the tower, but we have a very liberal joint use agreement, and yes,
Okay.
private corporate aircraft, general aviation can land there, as well as our industrial customers who use the airport for their airfield operations.
All right, and it's unique because it's got the airport there, and I understand you have the rail system there that kind of like can go anywhere up the NAFTA corridor there. Is that?
So yeah, we have a rail port, which by rail port standards is quite small. It's about 350 acres.
That's pretty big.
But again, by rail port standards. So it's served by 2 railroads, the Burlington Northern Santa Fe,
Okay.
as well as the UP. The thing about it is, yes, it's there. It is an asset that we inherited from the Air Force, and our whole mission in life is to repurpose these assets that we inherited, and again, create some economic development as a
Awesome.
result of them. So right now, our rail port is primarily being used for sand and commodities used for the fracturing.
For the
Eagle
oil
Ford,
down
indeed,
south there.
Eagle
Awesome.
Ford Shell.
So yeah, but having those assets is great for generating or enticing businesses from out of state coming into state. Correct?
They are, and that's frankly
basically
what
what
I
you
do on a day-to-day basis. And what we're looking to do is to really highlight and accentuate our core capabilities.
Okay.
Kelly was an air logistics center before it closed, did a lot of aircraft maintenance.
Okay.
In fact, Kelly was the very first airfield of the Army Air Corps before there was an Air Force base. So
Wow.
the site dates back all the way to the beginning of military aviation. So with that heritage and with decades
Wow.
of aircraft maintenance and experience, we've got a workforce, we've got educational facilities and capabilities to support what we have, which is aircraft maintenance, repair, and overhaul.
So now, you guys, make sure that I'm correct here. So you guys took a facility that was set for closure with the base realignment situation, was set to close, and so that was just going to be empty land here in the middle of San Antonio. Toxic dump waste, basically, right? I mean, military, right? Toxic dump.
I will stop short of calling it a toxic dump waste
Oh,
because it is
and
nothing.
you can't call it that. You're
And it's
business
not.
development.
It is not, and it never, quite frankly, never was. Now there were areas or
toxic
plumes-
nightmare.
No, just plume. There were some areas where the soil had contaminants, and that just means it had high elevations of certain metals or things that may not be safe for growing crops. and things of
Difficult
that
to
nature.
develop. Can I get that?
It's
I'm
a
just
challenge.
kidding.
But here's the thing about it.
All right.
All of the contamination issues, the remediation have been the responsibility of the Air Force, and quite frankly will be for the next 80, 90 years.
Awesome.
But right now, we don't have any contamination issues that would prevent or prohibit any type of development right now.
So you've
And-
taken that facility, could have been nothing, could have just been empty land,
Sure.
and you guys have turned that into, how many people work there?
So we were fortunate. We were very blessed. When Kelly closed, it was during a time when there were certain defense contractors that were looking to insource
Okay.
or the DoD was looking to outsource work, contractors looking to get
Right,
into
work
the
in.
maintenance. So we were able to land a couple of very recognizable, Boeing, Lockheed Martin, Chromaloy,
Right.
Pratt and Whitney. They were all part of an initial influx of businesses
Okay.
that helped solidify and stabilize the workforce there and serve as anchor tenants to what's today. We have some 12,000 employees.
Wow.
And ironically, Doug, we have more uniformed Air Force personnel there today than we did when Kelly was announced for closure.
How ironic is that?
In 1995, yeah. So the Air Force never completely left.
Okay.
There was a realignment. There was an area that we refer to as Lackland Annex, which has some 14 Air
But they might have
Force
been forced to
agencies.
leave or, to vacate the property if the Port Authority didn't take possession of it. Is that?
Well, it was it was a very well thought out and planned effort
Exit, okay.
involving the city, involving the state, involving some of our federal
Awesome.
legislators.
Awesome.
So, yeah, we have the enabling legislation to be able to offer some distinct advantages to companies that for
That's
economic development purposes.
Now, as the economic engine that you are and the jobs that you guys have out there, and you're the business development person, as a minority person looking for a job, getting out of college, what type of careers can people hope for, and how would I find out about those careers?
So, excuse me, there are a couple of things that, for first of all, for minority contractors, because we are in the redevelopment and new construction
Okay.
business, whenever we have a project, we want to encourage minority participation in the bidding of those
Okay.
those projects.
So you guys actively seek that?
We
and-
do. We have a
Awesome.
contracting manager, Wendy Applewhite is her name. She actively goes about promoting and marketing some of the
Awesome.
opportunities. We have a place on our website, portsanantonio.us, and you go to business
That is awesome.
opportunities. And then you go there, you can plug in your capabilities and then be notified when there's an RFP or an RFQ
Okay.
that kind of meets your capabilities.
And that's a year-round process. That's always.
Yeah, it's constant, and but from a job standpoint, again, yeah, we've got some 50 different companies that represent about 80 different leaseholders.
Wow.
And so the employers we have are in again aircraft maintenance, repair and overhaul. We
Okay.
have people in the rail business involved
Okay.
in logistics and logistics management. We have companies that are involved in IT, cybersecurity, and because of that, we can quite frankly refer and
That's
perhaps direct
fascinating.
some people to some opportunities.
And I
within
saw
our
something
customer
the
base.
other day about the agreement with Corpus and the water, deep water
Yeah.
situation. Is that
So-
a good thing or a bad
No,
thing?
it's a great thing.
Okay.
What that is the South Texas Alliance for Regional Trade. It's called START. And what it is, it's a joint effort of
Okay.
the Port of Corpus Christi, the Port of Laredo, and Port San Antonio. We each have unique logistics assets. Again, Corpus being on the water, Laredo being a border crossing.
You got an
inland.
airport
We got a
and-
big airfield.
right.
So when people think moving freight, cargo, logistics in Texas, first you think of places like Houston,
Okay.
Dallas.
Okay.
But we're an alternative, and we represent a triangle where we can facilitate a number of.
That is fascinating. That is really well thought out and just a great use of land and great opportunities for people coming into San Antonio looking for jobs, which makes, once again, San Antonio a great place to work. You guys do a great job of helping to get minority contractors in there. We need more minority contractors, and that's a great thing. You don't have any incubator things set up, but is there anything like that in the future?
Probably not. I can tell you from an incubator standpoint, the Free Trade Alliance San Antonio,
Yes, sir.
one of our partners, they have an incubator program that's
Awesome.
quite successful, and it's one that works with foreign companies as well as domestic,
Okay.
and in trying to facilitate growth of small businesses
Okay.
and foreign direct investment. So, and the city of San Antonio, of course, has a number of different programs that could feed into
Awesome.
sort of an incubator and provide
Awesome.
opportunities for entrepreneurs.
So now, once again, we have Marcel Johnson from the San Antonio Port Authority here with us today. And if I want to get a hold of one of those opportunities, find out what's available and everything else, how do I do that?
You can go online to portsanantonio.us, Happy to contact me. I enjoy being a resource to our community partners.
And how do we get a hold of you? Okay.
You can call me. Number's 210-362-7830.
210-362-7830.
And of course, my contact information is also online, so
Awesome.
open for business. So.
Awesome. Well, Marcel, thanks so much for your
My
time today.
pleasure.
Marcel Johnson, San Antonio Port Authority.
Thank
This is Doug Heath from the Black Business Experience. And remember, if you're not making dollars, you're not making sense. We'll see you next time.